Hey y'all, welcome back to 12 Days of Holidays. Today, for this video, we are just going to be doing reviews of all of the makeup I've been testing out over the last few months. I've got some products in here from honestly, back in August or so, and I've got some products that are a little bit newer, but I've frequently been using them, and so I feel like I've been able to use them enough to form an opinion. That's what we're going to be doing for today's video, so let's go ahead and jump right into it. I have everything that I'm going to be reviewing. I have inside this bag right here. So I'm just going to reach in and just grab stuff out and we'll review it. And so it's just going to kind of be like blind reviews. First product, you know what? I'm going to do this one just because it's so big. The first one I'm going to review is the Hela palette from Oden's Eye, the Oden's Eye and Anjelica Nyqvist palette. Here is what it looks like. I have done several looks with this here on my channel. I did like a 3 looks 1 palette. I did a test trying new makeup video with this palette. And I was really worried when I got this palette that I would have a reaction to these eyeshadows, because the first time I tried Oden's Eye, I did have a reaction to the eyeshadows. I'm so glad that I haven't though, because I love this color story. I love that you can do like simple neutral looks with it, but you can also go like full glam, full color, rainbowy, rainbow-esque bright eyes with it as well. If it's still in stock on Oden's Eye, I definitely recommend getting it. If it's not in stock, I would keep an eye out to see if they end up restocking it again like they did this year during Halloween season, and so you can get your hands on it as well. We'll do this one next. This is one of the oldest products that we're reviewing today, and this is the Revolution Beauty Vibrant Icon palette. So I think these are supposed to kind of be like Patrick Ta palette dupes, because this shade right here is a cream shade. And so this is just like a white shimmer. This is a cream. And then you've got like your colors, your matte colors with the matching shimmers on it. I was pleasantly surprised by this palette. You know, I know back like 2019, 2020, their eyeshadows did not get good reviews. Anytime I saw a review for their eyeshadow palettes, they were not good. Like it was a bad review for them. They were patchy, disappeared really quickly, things like that. So I was pleasantly surprised with this and the quality that it gave me. My favorite way to use this one is literally just doing a monochrome eye look with the matte shade down all over and then the shimmer all over on top of it. I've also done like a pink, blue, purple look where I just used these 4 in this palette and blended the pink and the blue together to make the purple. And that was a really fun look to do. I will say that technically half of these shades you're not even supposed to put on your eyes. Do I listen to that? No. Will I listen to that? No. But if you're looking for a bright palette with some fun colors in it and not wanting to spend like a ton of money on it, I would definitely recommend this one to you. Especially because it does come with that cream that you can use for like cut creases, things like that if you want. You could probably also use it for an eyeshadow base, but I just have my bases that I already use for that, so I haven't tried it for that yet. But this is another one that I really have been enjoying. Next is the R.E.M Beauty Foundation, the Sweetener foundation. I have the shade Light 5N. I actually really enjoy this foundation. I really like the coverage it gives me. I like how easy I feel like it is to blend. If you need a new foundation, this is one I would definitely look into, because I have quite enjoyed this one. I'm just going to go right into the other foundation that I have, just while we're on the topic of foundations. This foundation, if it was a true cool toned, or if their neutrals were true neutrals, I would really enjoy this foundation. But I have a mutual on TikTok that she posted about this foundation. I believe she uses the same shade as me, I think. It's either the same shade or like one above me, but still in the cool range, if that makes sense. And she runs warm. Like, she's more warm toned than I am, and it is her perfect match. That is my biggest complaint with this one, is just that they run so warm toned that even their cool toned is still warm toned. So, and it is the Polite Society More Than a Pretty Face foundation. I think this foundation looks great on the skin. I will not deny that. I can understand why it went viral, but they need to work on the tones within the foundations, because I can only imagine how warm their warm tone foundations or their warm tone foundation. Yeah, how warm their warm tone foundations are if this is supposed to be a cool tone foundation and it's still warm. This is the shade Fair C. In order for me to use it, I have to do a lot of work to make it blend in and make it work. What I'm gonna do, just so that I can use it and finish it off, is I'm gonna get some of the like LA Girl like pigment mix and stuff and just mix a little bit in to kind of tone down that yellow. Or if I decide that I just don't want to do that, that's going to be too much work for me to use it, I will just probably declutter it and pass it along to somewhere. Next is the ColourPop BFF Volumizing Mascara. This one's in the shade Red, or what is it? Something red? Left on Red. I already have this in a pink, and that's so I got it for football season, for when I go to my fan up games, because I always do my makeup in fun Utah colors for those games. And so I just wanted a red mascara for it. So I knew that I already liked the formula. I really like the shade of it. One more eyeshadow palette. This one is the Natasha Denona Mini Gloom palette. This is the normal Natasha formula that everybody is used to. I love the shades in this. I feel like this was such a great palette during the fall time. That's when I really dug into it a lot, because I love how cohesive these are with that like rose shade here at the end. I think it is beautiful, and I really like the looks that I'm able to get from this. I can do single shadows, just use 2 of the shadows, use all 5 of the shadows. Like, I'm able to do a lot with it, and it's the same quality that we're so used to from Natasha Denona. Okay, this is the last big thing in here, and then I will go into the smaller things. But it is the Morphe Cloud Light that I got during my Ulta 21 Days of Beauty haul. So you can see with that impression and how worn it is. I have used this a lot. This is the shade Dawn. I love the glow that this gives to my skin. I just use it at the very end after I've completed all of my makeup before doing my final set with my setting spray. I will just go on and I will just powder this all over my face. And yes, the glow that it gives me is amazing and beautiful. Next is the NYX Duck Plump Lip Liner. I have the shade Pinkjection. This is fine. It's an okay lip liner. I prefer the Too Faced lip liner to this one, but I also understand if you don't want to spend the money for the Too Faced lip liner and want something that's cheaper. I think this is a great option to get instead. I do like that this one, it's retractable, whereas the Too Faced is not. The Too Faced, you click it. I do like that this is retractable. The one thing I will complain about with the packaging is that this component right here is really loose, and so it makes a lot of noise while I'm like trying to use it, and sometimes it bothers me that it does that. But I really like the shade that it is. I really like that it's a retractable component. Another another lip liner that I have in here. This was my birthday gifts from Sephora that I chose. It is the Makeup by Mario lip pencil. The birthday gift was Rich Mauve. So this really is like a beautiful mauve toned lip liner. I haven't found a lip liner that I'm absolutely obsessed with that I want to just keep repurchasing, but I don't mind this one. I think it looks good. I think it works good. And so maybe I'll repurchase another one in a different shade. Maybe I won't. I don't hate it, but I don't love it. Like, a lip liner is a lip liner. The only differences are the lip liners like the NYX where they're plumping versus like regular. That gift also came with one of their MoistureGlow lip serums, plumping lip serums. I don't know. So the shade is beautiful. I really do enjoy the shade of this. My biggest frustration comes from, and I've talked about this in other videos too, I hate non-retractable packaging. I hate it when you have a packaging that you can't twist up and then twist back down if it's gonna have a component like that. And so I don't know if this is all of these lip plumping serums like this, or if it's just this mini that came in the birthday set. But like, it's enough to make me not want to purchase it if it is how it is all the time, because like, I don't like that. That's a big issue I have with things. But I like the color. I like the effect that it gives on the lips. I just don't like the component in the packaging for it. I'm just going to pull all of these out. These were my Sephora haul. I didn't want to, like, I've used this product before. It was just new shades to me that I had purchased. And so I feel like I've used them all enough that I can confidently say, like, I love these shades. They are beautiful. It works just like, it looks just like the rosy outlook that I've had in the past. My big complaint with the minis that I have is that the doe foot is just so teeny tiny that like I feel like I have to go in a couple of different times to get enough for my lips. But like that's first world problems. That's really doesn't play an effect on how the product works. So I'm glad I got the minis plus the one full size, because I definitely am reaching for the full sized more than these minis just because of the shade that it is. I definitely lean more towards like neutral shades, especially for my lips. If you like the Lawless lip glosses, these are a good safe bet. I'm going to go into my concealers now that I got from my Ulta 21 Days of Beauty. So for my concealers that I had purchased the Morphe concealer in the shade Ivory 3N. And then I also purchased the TirTir concealer that is the duo end with the bullet side and then the liquid side. I actually am really enjoying both of these concealers. I don't really have complaints for either of them. I feel like the Morphe is just a hair more full coverage than the TirTir liquid side of the TirTir, but that makes sense because the TirTir has the bullet side to use. I have tried using the bullet side to like spot correct in the past. I do really like both of these and do see myself going through both of these. This product, it's not a bad product, but I just don't think it was quite what I was anticipating it to be as far as like formula, things like that goes when I got it. And so I like it, just not in love with it like I was hoping to be. And this is from, I believe the brand is Noracorn, and it is their Ruby Flame eyeshadow. I got this, same as with the red mascara, I got this specifically for football games. This is more, so it's a black to red, like duochrome is what it's supposed to be. I don't know if you're being able to pick up on that on camera or not, but it's like, so it's really smooth. It's got a very smooth consistency. So I think it's more of a cream. I thought it was a powder, honestly. So here's what it looks on my finger. The problem comes when I go to put it on my eyes. It's very patchy when I get it put on. So like, if you can see that, the more you swipe it, the patchier it is. And I like to use brushes. I don't really enjoy putting makeup on with my fingers on my eyes because I get it everywhere. And even with like my silicone like glitter brush that I have, I still feel like it just doesn't work very well. And so instead of, I was trying to do this as just the only eyeshadow on my eyes, but I haven't been able to figure out, let me go over it again, like dip back in and go over it again so that you can kind of see. I haven't been able to figure out how to like build it up in a way that like it's not wiping off in one area still. And so instead of using it as like the only shadow on my eyes, I've just started using it as like a topper shadow, which works fine. Like it works great for that. It's perfect. I don't have a problem doing that. So while it is beautiful and the effect it gives is great, that is just, I really thought it was like a powder shadow. It's more of a cream. And then I just feel like I can't really build it up the way that I normally want to for things like that. Just so if you go to look into this, you know what to expect. This is another product that's just kind of a meh. I got this for my birthday